Hey,
hello.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Super excited to be with you today. Just really pumped that we're here on the Daily Dose of Awesome. Don't play with stuff.
I'm gonna play with stuff.
My goodness,
Anyways,
you're gonna break it.
we're live.
Free.
We're live on DDoA.
Okay.
We're live
Sorry.
on DDoA.
Welcome,
Okay.
guys. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Daily
She
Dose
keeps
of
getting the-
Awesome.
she
And in
keeps getting the
today's
laughs.
video, we're going to be talking about the one thing that's worked for our business from the very beginning. And if you don't master it, it could actually cripple your business
Yes.
before you even get started.
And this is a very important thing to really, if you want to generate more leads and sales, you want to connect with more people. This is the one thing that has always continued to work for me and Carrie, and it's also going to help you avoid the pitfalls and the struggles that a lot of people make when they first start to get online and they first start to build different skill sets where they get frustrated, irritated, they
Yes.
feel like nothing's working and stuff like that.
And
This is the one thing that has continued to work for us to help you avoid that.
yeah,
Okay.
you know, when it comes back to every time we, found ourselves getting frustrated with our business, especially over the last 2 years, when we focused on this one thing, it always got us through the frustration.
Yes.
And, we ended up making money
Yeah,
on it
and
in
we
the long run.
were always able to connect with more people. We were always able to bring people into our network marketing opportunity or into EMP if they wanted to learn to build their business online. But for those of you who are going to be jumping on, comment who you are, where you're from. That way we can give you a shout out as you're jumping on here on the Daily Dose of Awesome. So Chuck, Anthony, welcome. Wendy, what's going on? Tracy, what's
good to see
up?
you guys.
Really excited to have you guys here with us today. And again, like we said, guys, we're going to be we're going to go back to the basics, something that you can be doing right now as you, maybe if you're learning to run ads, as you're learning how to get the push button systems, the automation
right?
button going. There's a lot that goes into the automation process. There's a lot of skill sets that you need to learn. There's a lot of moments that you got to have.
There's also a lot of variables
Yes.
that can end up. So as you're first starting, there's a lot of variables when it comes to setting up a funnel that can end up actually losing people. As you're setting up your funnel, there's friction, right?
Yeah.
There's friction in trying to learn. There's friction in as your prospect goes through. But if you can do this one thing, it's going to help you in the long run, okay?
Because this is going to be the one variable that you will always be able to control, and it's you. On how you're connecting with people, on how you're really building those relationships with people and taking the sales process into your hands at first until you really have the skill sets to just let the automation process kind of do its thing. And even me and Carrie we still feel like sometimes we still have that friction where we're still learning and building the skill sets. But this one thing has always kept us grounded and has always continued to produce for us not only leads, not only sales, but just awesome connections and relationships that we've been able to build over the last little while.
Hey,
Tom,
Tuomas and Tom, welcome,
what's
both of
going
you guys.
on? Yes.
DDoA,
So
exciting.
super excited. Alan, what's
good
up?
to see ya. Okay, so
Let's dive in.
let's dive into this. Okay, so what do you guys think it might be? What is one thing? And think basics here.
Yeah.
Okay, in the title we said it's back to basics. This is like a basic skill set that you need to have. And if you master this skill set first, as you're putting together automation, it makes it easier. Because if you master this, when you put it into automation form, that's when like true big money is made when you can master this. Hey Jan, good
What's
to
up,
see you.
Jan?
So let us know, comment below, what do you think this one skill set is that is gonna work? It worked in the very beginting, it's worked since day one, and it's gonna continue to
And
work.
it still works for us right now.
It still works
And
for us right now.
it just worked for me literally about 30 minutes ago.
Yep. What do you
Okay.
guys think it might be?
What do you guys think it might be?
Let
Drop
us
us
know.
a comment. Let us know what you think some of the basics might be to really listening. Awesome.
That's a good one.
I did
it's
apply
actually
that.
part of it.
It's actually a part of it.
Amy.
Yes, love it. What else,
Okay.
guys? Drop us some comments.
Authenticity. That's also part of it.
Okay.
Learning automation is a tough.
Yes,
it
it
is,
is, Jan. Yes,
that
it
it
is.
is. It's just some
It's
skill
worth
sets, right? But it's worth
Worth
it.
it.
It's worth it once
Okay.
you can learn those skill sets.
What else?
So Ray, that's part of it. So this is like a big idea. Okay, a big idea. What do you think it might be? Listening is definitely part of it.
Authenticity is
definitely part of it.
huge. Okay, works really well for us. But what are some other things, other basics, guys, that you think would be a factor or a variable that you can always control?
Mhm.
Okay, And if you guys, if we don't get some comments, that's okay. We're gonna give it to you here in a minute. But definitely, we want to see what you guys are thinking.
Showing up.
Showing up.
You definitely have to show up. You definitely have to be there.
Showing up to what? Showing up to what? That's a good question.
Hey, Alan, good to see you.
What's going on? But what are some other things?
All right, I'm just gonna give it to you guys. How about that? Okay, public speaking. I guess it definitely could be. I'm just going to give it to you guys, okay? I'm going to fill you in. So it's building relationships. Building relationships with people. Consistency. I love it, Ray. So building relationships with people on a consistent basis. How about that? So, yeah, taking action, Jan. Absolutely. Being faithful to your daily time blocks. Focused intensity. I love it. So this one thing here in building relationships, it's going to take you past automation, okay? A lot of times when we first jump into this whole idea, when we first jump into this whole idea of putting together funnels and bringing automation into our business and putting together systems and, all of this techie jargon, right, that we get into, a lot of times we put the relationship building on the back burner.
Yes.
And guess what? If you're not building relationships, what do you think is the fastest way to a sale?
Yep.
The fastest way to a sale is taking that prospect into your own hands and showing them how this is going to help them. Yeah, how this is going to build their business. How is this going to help them in their network marketing business right now? Hi, Doris.
Okay, this is the biggest thing that works for me. And I just got off again, somebody that I just connected with. I've been connecting with her for the last little bit, and she's just ready to get going now. And just ready to light the fire. Let's get going. And all this came from, guys, is actually she contacted us through one of the ads that we had there, but she contacted us. And we reached out to her and set up a video chat, and we communicated in that. We've had other people that have watched other Facebook Lives that we have done and commented on Facebook Lives, and we've commented with those people that were on the Facebook Live just saying, hey, thanks for hopping on. What did you like best about the Facebook Live? Guys, seriously, we have been able to connect with a lot of people just by asking those questions as they start to engage with us.
Jan, it's still people to people. This is a people business, right? Whether you're bringing automation into it or not, it's still a people business. Tom, attract those who are interested, then build a relationship with them. Absolutely, right? Whether you're doing it through automation or not, you still have to build that relationship. But the thing is it, like we said before, there are certain skill sets that you have to develop, even when it comes to the automation. Hey, Beth, good to see you.
Yep.
So if all you're focused on is the automation piece, and you don't worry about the building relationships piece, it's going to take a lot longer for you to start getting those results that you want in your business.
Yes.
In forms of, leads, sales, commissions, and then upgrades, right? Love when that happens. Yepper, hey Chad, hey Brian, good to see you guys. So, to kind of give you guys an idea of this, so we actually got mail. I know this is crazy. Someone actually sent us, we got it yesterday. A gentleman that lives in Idaho, he sent us a letter. And the letter was him telling his story and thanking us for just providing value, right? For providing value on our page. He had, heard our story, and he'd been following us on our page for a little while. He didn't buy anything, but we were able to bless his life. And we blessed his life enough that he actually sent us a letter. Like a written letter, right? Hey, Dawn, so good to see you, hun. And talk about a lady who's really good at building relationships. Miss Dawn Sullivan, right? She actually has a consultation funnel set up, and that's part of the process, right? She's combined the building relationships piece with the automation and in a form of a consultation funnel. And she's had people come through, which is pretty exciting, right? So Jan, awesome. He took time to send a letter and he shared that to you. Absolutely, right? As he was sitting there sharing his story, it was funny because a lot of his story, it just rang true to Wits and my own story, where he was talking about how, they couldn't afford food. And so his wife, without him knowing, while he was going to school, was missing out. She was only eating one meal a day and wasn't telling him. And she was getting sick because all she was doing was eating just this little bit at dinner so that he could have energy when he was going to class, so that they could afford to feed him. And he didn't know for weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's telling us this, and I'm like, holy crap. Look at the people that you can bless just by building those relationships, right?
And sharing your story, guys. Like so many people
hey, Cheryl, good to see you.
Really caught up is the only way to get people to know, like, and trust you. Exactly. That's the know, like, and trust factor, guys. Like the reason that we're at where we're at and the reason we've been able to create what we've been able to create is because that is one thing that we never let go from our own business is we knew that the one variable that we could control was ourselves and how we connected with people. Okay. A lot of people when we first, and we were guilty of this when we first started, we just wanted to automate everything. We just wanted to say, okay,
how
great.
Many of you are like that? You came into EMP and you're like, I'm just going to automate the hell out of everything.
Yeah, and
right?
I'm just going to let the system do its work.
The system will do its work, right?
Guys,
push a button, I'm making money.
Put the hands in the air. If you guys have done that, me and Carrie, that's what we wanted to do. Is we wanted to go into this, and that's not how it's taught, guys. It's not taught to do that.
It's key,
and you can't skip it.
You cannot skip the connection. And so the thing is, when Whit and I first started, that was kind of our mentality was, well, we're just going to put together all these systems, right? And those first couple months, we weren't making the sales like we wanted.
Yep.
And so the second we thought, you know what, we're going to go a little bit farther, give a little bit more value.
Yep.
And we're going to start taking the sales process into our own hands while we learn the automation piece.
Yep.
And guess what? The second we did that, it was only a matter of a couple months and we had our first $10,000 month.
Yep.
Right? Dawn, there she is, raising her hand, right?
And that's totally okay. Like, I get it. Guys, and that wasn't the way that it was sold to us to want to build online. We just thought, oh, that's what it is, just because it was talked about a lot. But in all reality, we realized really quick where everybody's trying to automate everything. This is where me and Carrie decided, you know what, we're going to be a little unique in this. Even though there's a lot of automation to it already, we want to add just a little bit of our personal touch to it. And so one of the questions you got to ask yourselves is, well, I'm already making, maybe you're already making those connections and you feel like, well, I'm doing that right now, but I'm not still getting the results that I want. Guys, that is where we need to focus on getting better at that skill set.
That's
because
where
if you're
evaluation
doing it,
comes in.
Yes.
Right?
So again, if you are doing that and you're like, well, guys, I'm already doing this. I'm making good connections. I'm connecting with a lot of people. I'm still not getting the sales that I want or anything like that. Then maybe that's the part that needs to be evaluated is how are you communicating with these people? What are you sharing with them? Are you, and some people are even like, well, we've done exactly what you and Carrie do on a video chat or whatever. Still, guys, even if you feel like you're doing exactly what we're doing, maybe talking to somebody and showing value, maybe you're still missing some key components. Maybe we still need to go back and evaluate those key components to get them to see the light at the end of the tunnel to want to come and work with us.
And sometimes it's not the right time for certain people.
Yeah, and that's
right?
okay.
There's been people that we've done video chats with 2 years ago
that are just now
coming to us and saying, okay, I know you showed me this thing, but you know what? I'm nowhere further in my network marketing business than I was 2 years ago when we talked. So
let's have a talk.
Let's have a talk, right? And just now they're getting ready. So what I recommend that you do is that if you are hopping on video chats, friend those people on Facebook.
Yes.
And then that way you're continuing to follow up with them, right? You've had the video chat with them. You're having the messenger conversation. They're seeing what you're doing in your lifestyle posts and in your business posts on your personal page, right? Sometimes we try to jump all into the business page, and where the business page helps us scale and the business page offers a lot of the automation, true relationship building happens on the personal page, like where you're really able to connect with people, where you're really able to,
and you're going to get a lot more organic reach on that page too, guys. And so it's kind of a play on, hey, I got my fan page. How can I leverage those people if they're on my personal page as well, guys? Because again, a lot of people, you know, and me and Carrie were like this when we first started. Oh, separate the two. And now I'm a full believer. If you can integrate the two and work side by side. Now we do our personal page a little different than we do our fan page. On our personal page, I lead with more 80% lifestyle and value versus business. And then on our fan page, I do about 80% business on our fan page and 20% lifestyle and other things like that on that page. But guys, friending these people and getting them over, if you really want them to see more of your content too, definitely you're already doing the daily activity of posting every day and getting that strategy going. All you're doing is reapplying it to another place where you have a following of people.
Yep.
And one of the biggest things and objections I always get when I say this, when it comes to start connecting with people on your personal page, oh, I've already bugged them though. Yeah, you've already bugged them by saying, hey,
you bugged them,
here's
right?
my product. But you're not bugging them. We're not saying, okay, I got to go back and send cold messages. No, what we're telling you to do is to go back, share valuable content, connect with people, let them connect with you. Because again, guys, connecting with value and education, that's going to get them listening to what you're talking about. And the cool thing is you're not weird. You're not being, the creeper and trying to get you to, trying to get them to join your opportunity with some hidden agenda behind it. All you're doing is just connecting with them. And the cool thing is when you lead with so much value, all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? They're sharing so much cool information, but they haven't asked me to do anything. What are they doing? Mm-hmm. That is the beauty of attraction marketing and getting people to take a look at what you want them to take a look at just by leading with value. And the cool thing is the people that you bugged before, chances are they're not going to notice that, because again, guys, and I had this conversation the other day, is I had somebody say, well, I've already bugged all my friends and family that are already on my personal page. I don't want to go back and start sharing stuff on my personal page because I already feel like they know what I'm doing. Guys, let me ask, do you honestly believe that everybody is sitting around waiting for what you're doing or what you're doing in your daily life? Oh man, I wonder what so-and-so is doing today. Yep. Guys, they have their own kids. They have their own problems, their own things that they have to deal with on a daily basis. Chances are they probably don't even remember when you talk to them.
Yep.
We had people that came to us later, 2 years later, after we shared our network marketing opportunity with them. And they're like, what are you guys doing? We showed them. They're like,
I sat down in your living room and
for
I
2
showed
hours.
you this.
For 2 hours we showed you.
The longest meeting ever.
They had no idea we were even there.
Yeah.
That is the reality. People have a lot of things going on in their lives, guys. But if you switch your strategy and leading with value and you're building people up, I promise you, you will have so much more engagement and so much engagement happening with you and the connections that you're making. You guys aren't going to be able to know what to do with all the people that you're making connections with if you could just really get good at the basics of connecting with people.
Yep. And so we had a question from Melissa.
Yes.
She says, do you typically just invite people to your personal page who you've done a video chat with? So the answer is yes
and no.
And no. So anybody that I do a video chat with, yes. Okay. However, there's a lot of people that will just have messenger conversations with.
And I just say, hey, can I friend you on Facebook?
Let me friend you on Facebook because we've got a bot set up on our business page, right? It's so easy for people to fall through the cracks there. If I'm having a one-on-one conversation with someone, I want them on my personal page where I can keep track of them.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm shooting them a friend request. Anybody that's coming through, groups, they're friending us, we're friending them. Like it's a matter of, it's building that relationship, right? The more pages you can connect with them on, the more they're going to see your face.
And guys,
and the more the relationship is going to be built.
Do you see that there's no extra time put into this?
No.
All you're literally doing is, hey, I'm learning how to do this on a fan page. What if I just start to apply a little bit over here on my personal page where I have a following as well? Mm-hmm. Imagine the opportunity that you're going to have to catch people jumping on and connecting with you and stuff
Paulina,
like that.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Angel.
But again, guys, it really just comes down to the basics of connections, getting people to engage with you, getting them over into Messenger and making some things happen, which leads me to the question, how do you stay organized? We've built an audience of 700 people in 55 days.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's way cool.
That's amazing, right? That you've built that audience in 55 days.
Yep.
When it comes to organization, really for me, who are the people that are engaging with me back right now, right? Those are the people that are the hottest prospects. And so for those people, I guess I have kind of my own little system, but then also every day I'm kind of just going through my messages and I'm checking saying, okay, did I forget anybody? Did anybody fall through the cracks?
And guys, think about this. This is a business. Treat it like a business. Guys, don't think that, I'm not going to have to do any work in my business. There are going to be some things that are going to take some time, and you got to start doing some things. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think a lot of people in network marketing.
Messenger bot. If you're not quite there yet, it's fine. Okay. When you have consistent leads coming in, consistent people engaging on your post, that's when you want to get a messenger bot put in. So for our business page, our messenger bot keeps track of a lot of people for us.
And again, this is something that you guys don't need to do if you're just getting started or anything like that. And some of you might not even be ready for that. Don't worry about that, okay? Don't be like, I got to go and look this up and do all this stuff. Guys, if you're just barely getting going.
That's part of the automation piece that can be a distraction when you need to take it step by step and be building the relationships along the way.
Learn how to do that first before, me and Carrie, we did that way before we ever set up our chatbot. And now it's just another tool that we use to leverage more conversations. But guys, it's an amazing way to just get back to the basics, make it simple, start connecting with people. And some of you might say, well, I'm not getting any engagement. Okay, cool. So then what might you focus on then?
Right?
How do I create more engagement? Maybe my call to action is off, or maybe I just need to be more consistent in that daily activity. And when people are starting to engage and like and comment and share, maybe just say, hey, thanks for liking. What did you like about this so I can deliver more content to you? Guys, there's just really cool ways that you don't have to be weird to engage with people that are engaging with you in some way or another. So get creative and have fun.
We always bring it back to evaluation. I think on every single DDOA we do, eventually we tie it back to what's working about what you're currently doing.
Yes.
What's not working, right? What's maybe not working out as how you would like it to. And then what's one thing you might change out of those things that aren't working the next time or right now or tomorrow, right? When you do that next Facebook Live, that might get you more engagement or might get you more of whatever you're looking to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Melissa, on the likes, we don't really do a whole lot with the likes and stuff like that. Some people that are really consistent, we will. But for the most part, I'm not reaching out. That is a lot of time, and all they did was like. Okay,
they're not high enough quality for us yet in the like. Yeah. You might get different feedback from someone else, but for me, I would much rather with comments. If people are consistently commenting on my posts, if people are consistently engaging, if they're messaging me, those are the people that are higher quality to me that I'm going to put my time in.
Yes, awesome.
This is a big spot I have missed. I have not sent a friend request to the people on my fan page, right? If they are connecting with you, Jan, you need to, right?
You definitely need to send out those friend requests and invite them. Hey, could we connect on Facebook? And that is a great way just to share more content. They'll see a lot more of your stuff. But guys, like if you want the key to how do I mesh the online world and the EMP world into my network marketing business, because a lot of people try to separate these two. I'm just focusing on EMP to learn how to do this, and I'm not focusing on my network marketing. Guys, I promise you, they're all one thing. You're building an audience,
and it's your business, right? You're focusing on your business. You're using EMP to build your network so that you can bring that network into your network marketing business. And you're learning how to market to that network.
Amy, what's going on?
Right?
But it really,
guys, are getting big.
It just comes down to connecting with people and guiding them where this is. And guys, everything that we just shared is the duplicatable system of attraction marketing at its basic level that you can duplicate inside your network marketing teams right now. Everything that we just shared. If you can put together that system of just basic attraction marketing, teaching your team how to do that, and you starting to apply it and leading the way, I promise you, that is the system that is duplicatable. That is, guys, it is the system that is duplicatable in getting things going and getting your team to take massive action. So guys,
Amy, good to see you.
Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you guys got value, just drop us a value down below. Our 3-year-old is losing his stuff.
Screaming. I don't know if you can hear him.
We're going to be hopping off, but guys, stay tuned. Daily Dose of Awesome is going to be live again on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so be on the lookout for that. Guys, we love you all. Take this value. Start applying it today.
Hey, Kirsten.
And we will talk to you guys soon.
See ya.
See you, everybody.